hearts are bold. Dating bands rapping stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings spinning on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Hello friends, welcome to the live stream. I have an emergency. I just realized I didn't make coffee today, and that coffee I've been sipping on, threw it out. It was like a week old. Okay, don't go anywhere for a minute. I gotta go. I gotta go make my coffee real quick. Did I hit the desk or did I fart? Yes, probably both. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on. When people come in, they're like, "Where's Matt?" Just be like, "He's making coffee." Hold on. It's like a 3-story run, so it's gonna be a while. Don't tell anybody I was late. Don't tell anybody I had to sneak into the office through the back door. Did my boss see me? Whew. Made it. Just in time. That's a lot of running. Nobody saw me. No, I'm not fired. No. Don't tell anybody. Top secret. You know, when I was an engineer, before I had my cool plant job, out of breath. For my cool plant job, I worked in an office, and it's funny because IDOC and I were driving the other day through the area where the office used to be. I pointed out, I was like, "Oh, I used to work in this building." She's like, "Oh, tell me about it." So I was like, when I was my second engineering job, right out of school, it was some company that had moved us to like this area of Houston called Riverway Plaza, some bougie like office building series up in like the Galleria area. And we had like, you know, I don't know if this is what people still do at work. I don't know if this is I hadn't had a job in a long time, but I don't know if y'all's companies do this, but this company had like permanent snacks and sodas and juices fully stocked for free. And that was a huge thing, like for free. You know, my first experience in the workforce, you know, you just had to bring your own stuff or there's a candy machine or soda machine. But this place had like a fully stocked, you want a banana? They got a banana. You want an apple? There's an apple. You want some grape juice? There's a fridge full of grape juice and orange juice and apple juice. You want yourself a, I don't know, a Coke, a Dr. Pepper, boom, 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 boom. And I swear, I told her, I was like, I've never been so fat in my entire life. I can tell you, if you walked around my cubicle at the time, you would find like 6 or 7 like half opened, half drink juices and Cokes and fruit snack bags and granola bags and stuff. And I was just snacking all day. I would go get something, snack on it, set it down. Anyways. But that same company, the reason I brought that up, that same company, so bougie, you know, so whatever, but they had like a back door to the offices. And at the time, BioShock had come out on Xbox, you know, the video game. So I would sneak away at lunchtime and go home because I lived by the place and I would play BioShock. I was so obsessed with the game. And I would just play BioShock for a little bit and then come back. But often I was like an hour late back from lunch. I got to take 2-hour lunch breaks and I'd have to sneak in. And of course, like we worked on projects and there was multiple floors. So I could always like be like, oh, I was up on the 7th floor talking to piping. But seriously though, like I would actually like get carried away and have to take 2-hour lunch breaks on accident. But I'd have to like sneak into the office and be like, does the boss see me? Does the boss see me? I'm not sure if they ever caught on. Probably. I didn't get fired though. But I probably should have been. Because I wasn't making up that hour. I was just like, oh my God, that's such a good part. I need it. I gotta beat this. So because I lived at home, so I'd go home and cook my own lunch and, you know, make a panini or something. I had a panini machine. Play BioShock. That's how it was. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Trump said I'm fired. Yo. Or like that scene in Back to the Future 2 when he's like, "You're fired," and it comes through the fax machine, bzzz, and he's like, "Oh no." You beat BioShock 3 times. BioShock is so good. It's such a good. They need to remake BioShock or redo BioShock in like the modern, like Unreal Engine sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the stream, everybody. We are about to go live here. Bum, 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 bum. All right, do me a favor, everybody. Join our Discord if you haven't yet. Hit that Discord, give it a join. Hold on. Let me talk to my developer real quick. I got all the stuff I got to catch up. Oh my God, so much to do. All right, all right, all right. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Hit that like button, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, we're getting ready to roll here. Market has traded up a little bit in the overnight. See what's going on here. All right. All right, guys. Welcome to stream. Hit that like button. We're going to get going here. We are playing around with this opening up and down. Looks like yesterday we had some end of the day upsy downsies with this. Are we flying to the meeting? Not flying to the meeting. The market's still pretty sensitive to this Iran stuff, so I don't know. You just finished 2 chapters of the boot camp. What an eye opener. Awesome, man. I'm so glad you're liking it. Each time we do it, it gets better and better and better as the technique gets more detailed. We have more data. We have more things to go into it, and more information as time rolls by. We learn more about our own system. So make sure you stick around for the lives. And May the 11th when we start. By the way, May the 11th we start out the new boot camp. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Welcome to the show, you guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Don't forget to hit that like button. We're gonna get ready to get going. Okay, 6482 NASDAQ, bottom MHP. 7058, bottom MHP S&P. What else we got going on here? So I popped in for the first time. Now the prop score beta is out, got some time. I'm gonna chill on the real account until after earnings. I'm convinced, because I told you guys yesterday I need to take a break because we're still news sensitive to Iran. Look how fucking smart I am. Look at what could have blown up my account or anything. Again, we're still, market's still sensitive to that until VIX is below triple B. We're not going to escape this. So I'm sitting here like knowing exact conditions we are. I'm like, hey, you know what? Instead of just chilling, normally, like after COVID, when things are like this, I sat around for 6 weeks before I did anything in my real account. I took, you know, some pretty substantial bang ups, not only in like the challenge account, but I'm really talking my real account. I was shorting pretty much towards the end of last week, like Wednesday, Thursday, and then I was like, I'm done with that. So, you know, if y'all want to ask what the speculative loss was, I was trying to make like, you know, 10 million bucks on a fucking market crash, but you know, lose a mil to make 10, we'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? It's something like, all right, this market understands. So I'm gonna sit back, check back, chill out, wait for things to kind of stabilize, and be like, all right, we'll jump in. So let me do some props in the meantime. Prop score is also launching in the beta, so I'm chilling. Lucid, oh my God, I didn't know this because I never did it. But Lucid, once you pass, which you can pass in a day, you can go funded that same day and trade funded that same day. As a matter of fact, my 2 Lucid accounts that I had, I just bought. Not only did I pass yesterday and go funded yesterday, but I also made $8,800 yesterday, all in one day. What the heck? Literally all in one day. It's crazy. So it's 40 days, 40% consistency, which means on day 3 you can get your payout. Day 1 overlaps with eval and funded. So 1 day to pass, 3 days to funded, and these 2 overlap. You get like an extra day per month. Well, you have to wait the day to switch over. That was mind-blowing. Prop Score picks this up because you get this extra day per month to trade. So your monthly payout is where this is actually accounted for. Because other firms that are like this, you have 1 day to eval and then 19 trading days in a month. Lucid, you have 1 day to eval and 20 trading days in a month. Kind of kick ass. So the neat thing is you have the potential to make a little bit more with that 1 day carryover. Plus you can just end up at the end of the day with funded accounts and trading. So you can essentially just throw money at Lucid until you have profit in a funded account that same day. Now, I don't know, again, is there a maximum of how many you can buy or how many you can have per month like TPT, or is that unlimited? How many funded accounts can you be granted in a month, or is it unlimited? Somebody tell me. Prop Score people, y'all know the answer. I want to know. You know, like TPT, you can have like 10 accounts and you're done. Right? 10 accounts per like rolling 30 day, whatever. How many can you have total per month? Not at one time. I mean, like you could just brute force. I got the pro. So stop throwing random numbers at me, guys. Somebody know one answer. One answer. Lucid. How many can you have? How many times can you go funded in a month? Don't say 5. Lucid. Like, okay, everyone stop talking. Jesus Christ. I'm not talking about eval. I'm not talking about, look. Stop. Listen to the question. Funded next. I can buy infinity evals and I can go funded infinity times in a month. No limit per month. Loud noises. Okay. So with TPT, I can pass as many evals as I want, but they'll only give me 10 accounts total, and I can have no more than 5 at any given time. But 10 accounts total. Once you go funded 10 times, you got to wait till that roll off happens. So with Lucid, what's the most you can go funded in a month? Half you guys are saying 5, half you guys are saying no limit. I'm completely blown away. No limit. Farina, where are you getting 5 from? How many times can you go funded? In a month. Not ever. Not always, but in a month. And a month, no limit. Thank you very much. That's what I thought it was. I don't know. You're at 16 this month. Thank you very much. So in a month, right? Let's talk about the strategy there. Meaning that if you can go fund it unlimited amount of times, you could just throw money at it every day in one day until you end up with 1 day with profit. And then you just need to basically trade for 2 days to get it out. Yeah, no limit, just 5 at the same time, but I wasn't asking about how many at the same time. That's not important. What's important is the strategy that I just figured out you can do with Lucid. Imagine this. Imagine you just buy a bunch of evals, you know, trade, pass a bunch of them, then they go funded the same day. Trade. Remember I always talk about the best way to beat prop firms is to analyze it from that martingale perspective on how you can game it. Now again, this is as long as you get ROI, it's kind of it's a hypothetical situation. In engineering, we called it the Carnot cycle. It was a kind of like a hypothetical heat engine that had no loss to the surroundings and perfect, you know, like basically perfect conditions, and you use that as a benchmark to control all their cases. So in this particular example, if you throw money at a prop firm, just longing, and as it falls every 10 points in the S&P, you long and you long and you long in a different account, the account that wins will always, in every prop firm, pay for every account that lost. This is a mathematical fact that every prop firm is a guaranteed return on investment with the proper martingale strategy. As a Carnot cycle example, in a perfect situation with infinite money, you can make infinite times X money in return. There is no way, no trader with an infinite bankroll can't make martingale strategy profitable in prop trading with every firm. I've discovered this. And the reason for that is because it's so cheap to lose and the payout potential is so big. Some of these firms are paying out 10, 20, 30x your investment. So it means you fail 30 times and pass one, you've broke even. Crazy odds when the market just doesn't fall all day long and stay there most days. The market chops around. You're bound to at least pass one or maybe two. If you pass two, you fund it into, you're likely to make money. In a mathematical sense, that's not a real strategy, but the idea is I'm always trying to find limitations. Firms that realize those same day payout sort of firms, you can get paid out in a day. The problem is that strategy works very well, so they limit how many times that you can go funded. That's the counter to that, a limit to how many times you go funded. And with like take profits, 2 days to pass, 1 day to pay out. And it looks like Lucid is 1 day to pass and 2 extra days to pay out, with one of them like lapped over the first one. So it's 4 days total, but it's really 3 days in the calendar because you can trade these two in the same day. So in reality, they're both very quick. They're both payouts. 40% consistency basically means you got to win 3 days in a row equal size. So with that strategy, you can think about like with Lucid, all you have to do is throw money at it, just like every other firm. You see all these influencers probably doing that. Throw money at it and then pass it, and then throw money at it and then get some buffer in it. And then you got, by day 2 of trading with them, you could have 5 accounts with buffer already in it. With those 5 accounts of buffer already in it, you just need to have one of them get a payout and you paid all your losses off. So every single firm I found with an appropriate strategy of spacing positions out, 40 points in NASDAQ, 10 points in S&P under almost all non-volatile conditions, a martingale beats every prop system. I can prove this with math. I thought about writing a simulation and doing a video to kind of go over how to beat prop firms, but I'll probably have them eliminate the DCA rule again, because that discovery will blow everything up. What's up, Sir Darb? What I'm saying is I use that as a benchmark to test how much potential return on investment with no trading strategy will get you, right? With no trading strategy, that's just the math of how often the market passes through its beginning point on volatility. You buy into volatility and bust 2 and pass 3, and of those 3, you bust 2 and pass 1, and the one gets a payout, it pays for the 7 that lost. It's always that way. It's the math, right? So what happens if they're mathematicians at this? We see things other people don't. But originally, prop firms didn't have a DCA rule because the cost of failure was so cheap. That strategy actually worked, and they got rid of the DCA rule, but competition made them allow you to do it again because other firms are stepping in and letting you DCA, and therefore everyone had to kind of do it for competition's sake. And then all of a sudden that is exposed again, and firms are taking other types of avenues to keep you from cheating their system. Do you even win, bro? What's up, Sir Darb? Do you even wake up in the mornings, bro? Yes, you do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bum, 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 bum. Welcome to the stream, guys. All right. This rocks your platform. Yes, sir. If you use Apex, let me show you something. I'm trying to tell people the truth about Apex. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Apex flew out and tried to take me to lunch and take me to dinner and fly me on trips and fly me to New York and fly me to Florida. They made all these offers and I ghosted them. They were like, look, you know, we're changing our plans. We have this great thing coming out. Everyone came in my channel one time and was just like talking about how Apex scammed them. Because Apex was like, we'd love to give your stream a bunch of giveaway accounts. We're like, we never worked with you guys before. And you guys are warning me. We threw a poll on our stream, when almost 85% of people said that they had a problem with Apex. The Apex guys texted me, said take it down. But a poll on Twitter, 70-something% of people called Apex a scammer, said avoid at all costs. They texted me and said take it down. They started trying to censor what me and my community were saying, at the same time fly me out and talk about these new plans that they have. We got this new thing, it's gonna break the industry. It's the biggest and best end of the day drawdown accounts that ever came out. On a prop score 5 to 10 scale, ranks as a 6. It is by far one of the lowest ranked end of the day accounts ever came out. They tried to get a bunch of influencers just to lie and market. IDOC was there. She can tell you, we grilled them about their live program. We're like, but you guys keep talking about a live program, but you're denying payouts. I was literally pretty tough with them. That's probably why they don't want me as an affiliate anymore. I was like, it doesn't make any sense. You guys say you have a live program, but nobody goes to live. Can you name a live trader? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. You know, we just, you know, we don't disclose that. I'm like, I don't know a single live trader. You sure? Oh yeah, we have a bunch of them. It's like, name one. Well, we can't, it's confidential, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, their new accounts came out and they're so mid-tier, they're actually scams. Like, if you look at it, it's just horrible. Their old accounts, there's nobody in the trailing drawdown category. So the end of the days are here. And the beta, you can see it's compared to everyone else. It's like a 6 and a 5.8. And what's red, it means avoid. Orange means avoid as well. So with the amount of payout denials, the amount of issues, they have trailing drawdown consistency on funded. Every other firm is better on the end of the day spectrum. So if you trade Apex and you're like tired of, you know, wondering if you're going to pay out or not, TPT is the way to go. TPT is fantastic. Or Lucid. Lucid's actually really good. They're all really good. It's hard to recommend in the top 10 which ones are good, but the ones that are actually just known for being the best, My Funded, Take Profit, Top Step, Tradeify. If you are in that Apex sort of like churn and burn sort of kind of category, you're gonna have a really good time with some of the like the Rapids and My Funded, or the Take Profit Pro, or even Lucid Pro. Pretty good. Funded X Bolt, probably one of the better ones to replace it with. They have two live traders, Jade Cap and Kane. So you know, at that dinner, they were like, you know, we're going to think about taking a couple influencers and giving them live accounts to trade with just to show off the live program. They were hinting so heavily I was going to be their guy. Did you know that? I swear to God, I could whistle blow on what's in my phone on Apex and fucking get them shut down. But I'm not in that mode. Not shut down, but get them canceled. I'm not at liberty to, you know, start a war, but I'm just gonna let you know I could. Censoring people, banning people for saying what they don't like, CEO on social media for damage control, telling me to take polls down, telling me to delete comments in my Discord, telling me to delete comments from my stream. It's like, man, they're in a massive campaign for censoring people to not let people know that they have a reputation. That's what it is. But prop score is what we stand by now. That way we don't have to, you know, we're not biased here, but I was kind of put off by the fact that at the time, prop score models showed their end of the day accounts. I mean, sorry, their intraday accounts is really poor. And I was like, you're not going to pay me to go around and tell them you're the best in the business when you're not. Oh, we're the biggest firm out there, blah, 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 whatever. We're prop cops, baby. All right. So prop score being out actually ranks prop firms based on actual stats of props, kind of neat. The reason that scores like Apex, they do so poorly is because the accounts are, after you pay activation fee and everything, they're expensive for the low ROI that you get, and then they're insanely difficult when you have consistency and DLL unfunded. You're gonna have firms like Lucid, for example, the one I'm trading, has no consistency on the funded, but no DLL. And they have like some of the other accounts down, like My Funded Futures has no DLL, no consistency, makes it really easy to do the accounts. And then when you have DLL consistency, you're tacking on extra days to pass for no real reason other than they want to sort of, you know, squeeze you out. So yeah, Apex is just a product of being one of the first in the sim-funded space to market with an influencer affiliate program that grew them pretty big. But ever since then, every other big firm that's come out, Funded Seat, Funded Next, these newer ones that are here, Lucid, are all, Tradeify even, they're all putting out better products. Hands down. Even Top Step is a lot better. As prop score, we're like the experts on props. You know, we'll know everything you need to ask about it. Our team will, for sure. It's a good entry to props because Apex, like others, are very cheap to fail. If you're failing and losing money, you know, Apex isn't bad to, you know, lose. So you're not going to get anything out of it. You're going to lose the most with Apex, but at least you'll get a lot of practice losing. And losing pretty cheaply. Top Step is the same sort of mechanic. It's cheap to lose there. That's why it ranks really high. But, you know, when you start getting good at trading, you want to get a payout. The example being like, you're going to lose at Casino A and lose at Casino B. It's just cheaper to lose at A than B. But once you start making money, you're not going to trade at the cheap to lose casino. You're going to look for something real and substantial. Pay a couple more bucks with an actual better chance to get a bigger payout. You talk about more of the martingale strategy. Well, so most markets, there's a specific number of days. Now, this is a prop strategy. It's not a real strategy, but it's a benchmark mathematical strategy to benchmark how you would handle a prop situation. An example: most trading days move throughout a range before they go. Very few trading days do this and stay there, and do this and stay there. Because if you zoom out on a monthly chart, the stock market has done this over the whole history of time. Then as long as you just throw money at longing prop firms, split them up, one account. Account 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the market falls every 40 points in NASDAQ. Buy. And then of course, if arbitrage is greater than 40 or less than 40, like a volatile environment, avoid it. In a non-volatile VIX below contango midpoint, you can long every 40 points and then pass. And then you take all the ones that pass. Now you have a bunch of funded the next day, do the same thing. One of them's bound to get to pay out. And almost every firm, that strategy will make you money. You throw in enough, you'll get enough out. Just about every prop firm influencer does. Like stuff like we call it brute force trading. Brute force trading beats every prop firm still. If you can't like do it with like $500 or $1,000. If you put in 100K, you'll get 200K out, sort of thing, or 500K out. But you got to play the numbers game, and then over the law of large numbers, they're going to have days where the market just goes against you and you lose all of them. But over time, there's enough bounce in the market that you'll make money by throwing money in. It's really almost like roulette, where you have a slight house advantage over infinite number of iterations. Because imagine if it costs, you know, $100 to fail, but your first payout is 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? That's 100x per one account fail. You can fail 100 times as long as one of them pays out your 10 grand at TPT, then you made all your money back. Well, not including taxes and stuff. But what I'm saying is, statistically, most days don't just fall and fall and fall. Most days go up. 70% of days of months go up. In those months, 60% of days go up. So you just buy the dip, and you're just basically lining up with the market. Mathematically, brute force strategy beats prop firms. They do. I've proven it. I'd like to make a video on it, be funny, but I do teach it in the boot camp. I'll teach it this time around too. You've already got in that example. So the math is the math of a martingale. It's not really like a real trading strategy that you're going to implement, but it's the mathematics of it, right? It's just to show that, you know, traders most of the time are going to like flip flop their, you know, trades back and forth and get against the market more often than not. They're going to lose. But you bought a rock scooter? Oh, Ella, welcome to the team. You are entirely correct. That's how you got your first payout. Yeah, and it's just like, it's the math because it's cheap of losing. If you can make 20x your investment on a payout, then, you know, you can fail 19 times and then break even. So of course, it's like the model is like 1 over 2 to the n, right? The number of days is how many attempts it's going to take. So example is, if you need to trade 3 days to get a payout, then you need 8 accounts for one of them to get there, because every other day you assume you'll fail, pass or fail every day. So one day you pass, one day you fail. So like example is, you have one account. You have 50% chance of passing day 1, 50% chance of losing day 1. If it's 2 days, you have a 25% chance of passing both days. 3 days, you have a 12.5% chance of passing 3 days in a row. Just YOLO, all or nothing, right? So you have that sort of like, depending on how many days they make you trade. And some of these firms are like trade 3 days, trade 4 days. Then each account you buy has a 12.5% chance of making it to funded. And then when you're making it to funded, however many funded days you have, typically some of these firms like Lucid is another 12.5% of 12.5%, which takes you down to closely about a little bit over 1%. Wait, hold on, wait, whatever. No, I'm sorry. Lucid is 1 day plus 3, 4, 1 over 4, 2, 4, 8, 16. 32, 3%. So one account at Lucid has a 3% chance of getting a payout if you just YOLO all or nothing. Long full port, short full port. Because it's 1 over 2 to the 4. 1 over 16, which is a little bit over 6%. Hold on. No. 2 times 2 is 16. 6%. Sorry, my bad. 6%. 6% chance your account gets a payout. Pretty good odds. You're throwing money at it. It's cheap to lose. Anyways, I'd like to do an expose on the math of prop firms. Let's get ready to go. We are gapping up a little tiny bit with resilience today being a very good indicator of gap and go or gap and fade. Anything that is above 0 is good and bullish to support at the half gap and open here. We will be looking at this. What we got here? All right, resilience is positive, which is usually a gap and go scenario. Want to wait for liquidity maps to pop up. I will long at liquidity pockets and hedge pressures only. I'm still not playing the opening range. Market's too sensitive. Market is way too sensitive to news for me to want to jump in and play the play the opening range. So let's see what liquidity maps come up and say. All right. Okay. So today we've got a liquidity map that's called a bull long up right here. So right here. Bull long up is hedge pressure long 1A trade. So open, blue, open is a setup. With positive resilience, it's not likely to pull back. Half gaps likely support. I would not buy from here. I will buy at the bottom and dips though. This is all good long setups right in here. A plus setup here with DD ratio greater than halves. Good bull setup here. Here also good setup at half gap. I think a best case scenario we fall down the half gap. Then we'll see. Not touching Lucid just yet. All right, friends, do me a favor, smash that like button. All right, should I do half gap longs here at the bottom? That's what I'm looking for, probably. Maybe crazy if I get payout on this Lucid account, like in the first 3 days of trading it. So this Lucid account, right out the door, just giving it a shot. So if you guys are just tuning in, since you know prop score is back in the public eye again because we have our beta launch. Excited to start showing off props again. Yeah, I was telling you guys I was taking a break for like health reasons. I was like, I can't balance everything. Prop score is like a 25/7 job. So now that we got it going and rolling, it's like, okay, now I got some time to think, some time to trade in the evenings and time to go to the gym again and stuff. So now, okay, now we're good. Now let's trade some props. I'm going to take a break from trading my challenge account, real account, anything until Iran stuff is over and past earnings. I don't understand what this market is doing on the longer haul of things. The last thing I want to do is be caught up in this. This is still going on. No matter what you're doing, Trump, Vance, whatever, causing the market to move like this. This is making it to where even winning this challenge is all about luck. And it's so hard because there's going to be a time when the market is just skillful, when structure is not broken every 5 minutes from a thing like this. And it could take a while for that to be, but I'm sort of like turned off by the fact that I've had so many days I've just battled stupid news, right? I got 2 Lucid Pros right out the door. Let me show them to you guys. So just to test it out, just to see, because I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. I got 2 Lucid Pros. The very first day I passed them both. And the very first day I put in, I went funded on the very first day. And then I traded them on the very first day while funded. It's crazy. Passed them by lunch, went funded at lunch, traded the fundeds at funch, traded the Londons at funch. And then I'm sitting here and I've got literally $8,800 in profit on day 1 in a funded account. It's like a freaking straight to funded at that point. I didn't know. I knew Lucid was good because y'all said you liked them. I didn't understand why. 40% consistency at funch. I traded these father muckers at funch. You know what I'm saying? I have never seen. You know, a prop firm where I can go funded at lunch. So within 1 day, I already have $8,000 profit on the same day I bought the evals. And I only bought 2 of them just to show you guys, to show you the account numbers. I'm always transparent with y'all. Account 0001 and 0002. Trust me, I couldn't even lie to you about it if I wanted to. If I lied to you, I'd be scared AJ would make fun of me online. Yeah, AJ loves calling out people. So I'm definitely being truthful. You know, there was somebody the other day that was like, I got sent to live after my first payout, and AJ roasted the shit out of him. Do y'all remember that? You left a funch. Funch is my favorite meal. Withdrawals take about 40 seconds. So I'm telling you, my funded futures has been goated. Take profits been goated. Funded next at a time was goated. And then uncapped payouts. This is pretty goated. I'm not gonna lie. You can't argue with the ability to, on your first day trading, have profits in a funded account already. It becomes a straight to funded with a 3-day payout. I mean, not technically straight to funded. You got to throw money at the evals, but you can fucking martingale these evals until you pass. and be funded on the first day and trade on the first day. It's like a very cheap straight to funded. If you throw a little bit extra money at it, and straight to fundeds are usually expensive enough as it is, you know. Buying Lucid accounts for a couple $100 and a straight to funded's like 500. You pass 1 out of 3 times, it's better than the other straight to funded program out there. You love to funch? Funching's my favorite. We'll see what we got here. I grabbed some TPT accounts too. I'm like, okay, let me do some TPT again because I want to go live with those guys, and then some Lucids just to keep it light. I don't like to trade a lot of props at once. I'm not really much of a prop trader, but you know, it's for prop score. I kind of have to trade props. I'm realizing my marketing team is now hounding me about it. Yeah, start putting props in your stream again. All right. Looks like we got bull set up here. Half gap support. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here. Loading up a little bit below the open with positive resilience. It means half gap is support. Any downside here could be half gap support. Inside of this though, I usually don't like to long these B plus setups from the middle, especially on gap ups, especially when we're so news sensitive and VIX is above contango midpoint. Any dip to here is going to be something that I don't really necessarily want to be. It looks like it's trying to go up, but we know any moment in time we're still working off of news, right? And so in this environment, what I like to do, and I know it's like the least sexy thing in the world, I'll sing you guys a song if you want me to entertain you while we're waiting. But in this environment, I like to wait. Opportunities will show up. Yesterday, opportunities showed up. Right here, like just out of the blue. Trump's gonna say something, Vance's gonna do something, Iran's gonna leak out of the mouths of somebody, and the market's gonna go blip blip, and you're getting opportunities. So in front of this market, it's like not picking up pennies in front of steamroll. Anybody trading right now will be absolute sort of gambler. Sing his poker face. My poker face. I don't know the lyrics though. All I know is those 2 seconds I just sang. Oh wait, no, can't read my, no, you can't read my poker face. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Can't read my, you're gonna read my poker face. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Every time she says that, my brain goes, come on, Barbie, let's go. You can't unhear that now. You know what I'm talking about? Hear it, listen to it every single time. Come on, Barbie. Yeah. I ruined it for you. I know I ruined it for you. I did. I absolutely ruined it for you. Every time you're gonna hear it now. You used to say same thing about the song. It's somehow because that song in like 1998 was like ingrained into our brains. You know what I'm talking about? And then it's like you can't unhear it. So anyways, all right, so inside of here, just chilling, waiting for something to happen. There is no bear setup today. Everything is perfectly bullish. The problem that I have again with this market is that VIX is above contango midpoint, which means sensitive to news. VVIX above 100, sensitive. The VIX is sensitive to news. VIX above contango midpoint, S&P sensitive to news. So any blip is a blip to drop. I'm going to find the blips and react back to mean. This is the easiest way to trade this. Somebody says something Iran, long it right back to here and close out. Easy as that. Here, there, I think that the volatility is stable enough, but still possible that DD band rejection trade, even with DD greater than half, is still a play. So yellow line DD band top, I might actually short off of that just because there's a possible scalp there. It's not a high probability short, but it's very, very, very less likely that we press through this and keep going, right? At least at minimum, some kind of rejection trade. So right now, nothing yet, flat open. My long A+ setups from here are dips at half gap. Now there is a 1A trade, which is longing at the open. If I did want to take one tiny gamble long from here, I put a small contract at here to next resistance, which gives me about 30 something points of possible move. But we have sort of like infinite drawdown in case news comes out of nowhere. So just be careful with this. 3-to-1 does justify a long trade at open, but remember the second leg of this is down to there. So do you have to really, you know, do you want to hold through 50 points of drawdown? I probably wouldn't. But you have bull setups from there and here and here. So you have basically 3 options. This is probably trade 1. And then if we fall 10 points under, I'd probably stop out. Then I would probably trade 2 and cascade it together like this. When I talked about yesterday, splitting up your position, these are only 15 points apart. So the way that's, you know, potentially the good way to trade this is a small position from here at the open up to there, and then stopping here. And then a cascaded moderate position. So say I'm trading this in one account, I would put, like, relatively speaking, 1 contract here, stop out, 2 contracts here, and maybe 4 more here for a total of 6, and then stop out there at close. 10 points below here. So as long as resilience is greater than 0, close is also a possible pivot. So I had to move my stop down a little bit below here, right there. 2, I'd actually do, instead of 6, I would do it like this, not 2 and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and then stop out there. That gives me about 30 points on 1, not that big of a deal, for a total of 6, which is my overall small position for this anyways. So I basically micro, same setup, 1 + 2 + 3, stop out of all of it there. So basically treat all this like a cluster, enter, enter, enter. This is the gap and go trade. This one by itself is a 3-to-1. Sing Moana. All right. Waiting for this half gap support, bull zone support. That's all of this. There's not really setups for me in this one I can say I really want to take. Let's double check some stocks here really quick because I want to see if there's any kind of supports underneath them, just to see where they're all falling to. Nvidia, oh, Nvidia's losing bull zone support. There's possible 3-point downside, about a 1.5% drop on Nvidia there. Meta holding bull long up, that's pretty good. Sorry, Microsoft. Meta is BSD, which is certainly not bullish until you break through MHP. So Meta has resistance right here. So Meta is actually pulling back a little bit. AVGO setting a bull support now. So stocks do from here have some supports. We're seeing that in a couple of places. This opening move right here is not super tradable. If you put a gun to my head, tell me to do something, I'd still be longing. All data looks good for a long. But because we're so sensitive to news, and so Amazon, by the way, has resistance as well. UVXY is still bearish, which is good for the no volatility case and continue leak up. Tesla, oh, liquidity pocket with MHP breaks. So Tesla has some upside potential, but is going to chop through here. Not really rally too hard without news. That being said, tell me what, if you ask me what I think is going to happen, we're probably going to push up higher. In a best case scenario, just keep pushing this way this day. Now, I don't want to trade it here. I want to wait just in case we get this or any of this. So, easy peasy. You know, some days I just don't have any desire to want to jump into this. Maybe call it like a sixth sense. I have a really good sixth sense about this. Sometimes I just know when to avoid. There's nothing really big. Quick tip, a trading stream with no daily P&L is basically a screensaver from the 90s. No, the screensaver from the 90s is the one that does this. Get ready. Hold on, wait. What the heck? Hold on. There we go. Wait, it's missing the, hold on. You know what I'm talking about, right? DVD. And every time it goes to the corner, you're like, yes, yes, yes. And then it hits the corner, you're like, ah, so good. The minute it hits right here, it hits the corner, it feels so good when it bounces right back. That moment in time where it hits the corner, you're sitting there, let me tell you, you're in 6th grade. The teacher wheels out the metal cart with the TV on top of it. She gets the tape out, she puts it in. It's your Spanish teacher. You're watching like whatever, you know, we used to watch this show called La Catrina, which was this educational Spanish soap opera to learn in Spanish class where they spoke slow. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? You know, and they're just like talking to each other so you can learn Spanish, and you had to like watch a show. She'd put it in there. VHS or the word DVD would like bounce around on the corner of the screen. Oh, Bill Nye the Science Guy. What would you give to go back and enjoy that moment? Simpler times, man, simpler times. You know, I've been seeing a lot of my doom scrolling has been popping up on my Instagram and YouTube and stuff about the simpler times of life. There's all these people that would like, there was one, the woman was like, I think my man is cheating on me. And it's like what my man is really doing. And he's just sitting there standing in front of the TV doing this, and Halo 3 opening screen is sitting there. Like, you know, the Halo song that you would just listen to and just leave it on because it was so... He's just sitting there. He got froze up staring at the Halo 3 opening scene, you know. Oh, those are the good times. I'm getting a lot of Halo content these days for whatever, and it's all basically the same joke. It was like, those were the good times in gaming that we're never gonna get back. Bill Nye was goated. Bill. I used to watch Bill Nye every day. We didn't have cable when we were kids. We had public television. All right. Thanks for joining into the stream, guys. We are fastest growing, one of the biggest streams. We're getting up 25,000, 30,000 views per day, growing nonstop around the clock. We're about to have some auditions for 2 more streamers to grow this even bigger. You guys have been so crazy supporting the Prop Score Twitter and Prop Score Discord. We're so excited to build this for you guys. And of course, we're about to open our loyalty program. So again, one of the best loyalty program in the business. If you guys use our code, not only will you be able to redeem free prop accounts the more you use our code, but you'll also be able to use our code as we do right now. If you spend $1,000 every month with our code, you can enter yourself to win Rocket Scooter memberships, Rocket Scooter Lifetime. So it'll all be programmed to the website. So as you guys are buying props, start using our code now because it will reflect later when our loyalty program launches in about a week or 2. Do I scalp? I do, but only against strong pivots that matter. This right here, there's nothing to trade against. Like right now, we're sitting sort of in no man's land with nothing to do. So if you guys are using code SCORE everywhere with every prop firm, it now works everywhere. All right, upward movement, still upward movement, nothing bearish, nothing bearish. I think up here, yellow line and DD band is a pretty decent place to see some rejection. 71, 79 is margin buffer limit pivot. These are going to be guaranteed high volume pivots off of that. I thought about just throwing into the Lucid, but I kind of want to take it seriously instead of just kind of wasting these. I think it'd be kind of braggadocious for me to go out there and go live with Lucid, literally with my first 2 accounts. That'd be kick-ass. Like I said, very first time I ever did Lucid. My very first day, I bought 2 accounts. You can see on the screen accounts 1 and 2. Very first day, I passed both of them. And then by lunchtime, I went funded. And then by the end of the day, I made 8,800 bucks. These Lucids kick ass, which 40% consistency just means I need to go in there and make, what's 8,800 divided by 0.4, 20 grand. If I make 20 grand, I can take all of it out but the buffers. So I need to go in there and make, well, it's not 40%. Each account's different, but let's see. One of them is 5,000. One of them's 36. So 5,000 divided by 0.4. About 12,000. It's about 40%. $12,005, yeah. About 12,005, yeah. So maybe about 12,005 to be able to take it out. Be kind of nice. We dropped 160 points today. Hey man, that'd be great. Trump tweet incoming. You guys want to see what our new fitness studio looks like? So I got my 3D renderings back from the architect. We're building a fitness studio right now. We're franchising a hot, popular brand from Miami. And we're bringing it to Houston. We're going to open like 5 or 6 studios. Currently, the plan right now is to open 3 this year. Or get rolling with 3 this year. They're going to be built at different times, not 3 at the same time. Right now, we currently have the designs for our first location. We have our first location picked out. Our lawyer's going through the lease contract. If you've ever done commercial, you ever done a lease, those of you that own businesses and buildings, you know it takes 3 to 6 months to get a good lease, right? Usually the lease negotiations take a very long time in a retail space. And we got ours done in about 6 weeks. We rushed it. We got our lawyer involved. We got the lawyer of the franchisor involved. We got the franchisor owner involved, and we pressed on the owner to get our lease out quick. We beat out an AT&T store that had an LOI. There was an AT&T store that had an LOI already in place. A fucking AT&T store was going to take our spot. And we jumped in and we got all forces together and we talked them out of giving it to them and talked them into giving it to us. That's the power we got with our team, man. Our team was good. And we got a kick-ass lease to go with it. So our lawyer's reviewing it now, about to sign it. Took 3 days and you got fucked. Bro, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've been through lease processes that take 6 months. It depends on what you got to go through. It's a long process at times. We got this one just over a month. It was so quick. You guys remember we were talking about it. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh my, hold on. All right. She didn't attach the attachment to the forward. Let me go to send it again. Hey, how you done? Can you forward me the actual document with the PDF in it? You didn't attach it. Please. Like right, yeah. Do it right now if you can, please, thanks. Hold on that. I wanted to show you guys my design. The 3D renderings are kick ass. I'm calling customer support a top step. I'll be on hold for a while. What do you think about funded seat? Funded seat, awesome. Like I've not traded with them yet, but of all the info that we got, and we got funded seat, we rushed them into our site just to see how they score. Believe it or not, funded seat, brand new firm, came out as a 9.0 prop score. Anything above 9 is good, is really good. So we call it great. So the only ones that have made it to the 9 score so far are My Funded Futures, Take Profit, Top Step, Tradeify, Funded Next, Funded Seat, and Lucid. That's pretty much it. 9 is really hard to get. Some of their accounts are really, really, really good. I haven't traded with them yet, but to see that they came in with such a good score is pretty exciting. Now, the One Step Daily Pro, 100K and 25K, the scores are pretty average. They're a little bit above average. 8 is our average, and below 8 is below average. The One Step Daily Sprints, they didn't rank that good. They're ranked kind of low. But the One Step Daily, 9.0, 9.0, 9.0. As a matter of fact, in Simplicity score, the One Step Daily 50K end of the day actually ranks as the easiest prop account, best in class of all prop accounts we've got so far. Before this, it was the TPT 25K, but now the One Step Daily is now the easiest account to pass according to our model. Kind of cool. So Funded Seat turned out to be pretty good. We have a code there, Score, which is really nice. Even Neon called me last night. He's like, bro, what? He's like, I used to love, hold on, let me do a count. He's like, I used to love seeing the TPTs at the top. He's like, this new Funded Seat, it's how, what makes it so good. And I talked to him about it. So as you see, when you rank by simplicity alone, at all the accounts, Funded Seat's at the top. Right above Funded Next Rapid, which is the other simplest account out there. But it sort of edged out the TPT account in simplicity, which is kind of good. I can give away some. Well, let's give away some in a little bit if you guys would like. You want to give away some Funded Seat accounts? All right. All right. I made some kolaches from scratch. This is one of my claims to fame, by the way. I make kolaches with smoked sausage, cheese, and now these are little ones. IDOC accidentally, not accidentally, is my bad. When IDOC was like, hey babe, can you make some dinner roll bread? She's like, sure. I was losing your pop score. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, you guys want to do a giveaway in a little bit? Let me talk about that. But streamers channel? Streamers. It's not intuitive where this is at. Where is it? Huh? Look at the info for streamers channel. Oh, info for streamers. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. Thanks. All right. $10x funded seat of the brand new 25K Daily Pro accounts today. Right. Funded Seat just released their brand new account, the One Step Daily Pro. Oh, it's the brand new account they have. Okay. So let me talk about that really quick. So it's the brand new account. We're going to help them get some visibility on this because that's just kick ass. One Step Daily Pro. Here. Oh, these are the new ones. Okay. The new one came in at 9.0 and the 100K came in at 8.5. Both very, very good. They are 25, 50K, 100K, starting at $64 with the code SCORE. No DLL, 40% consistency on eval. Reminds me of Lucid. Style. No consistency on funded, which is really good. And daily payouts, 90% profit split. Very, 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 very good. We're going to be doing some giveaways on this one. 10 funded seat daily pro accounts today. 10. What the heck? All right, let me tweet about it real quick. Did my browser just crash? My music just stopped playing. Hang tight. All right. They rank pretty good. Let me just get a screenshot of this really quick. Yeah, you guys check it out and y'all let me know what y'all think about it. We'll give away 10 of these things in a little bit. Let me get ready for the old giveaway. All right, say hang tight, guys. Hang tight, hang tight. If you guys can get a post inside the Prop Score Discord to get everybody to join stream for the giveaway, please. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Can you explain how TPT works? TPT is pretty good. You have 50% consistency, so it's 2 days to pass, and you have to trade for 5 days. So pass for 2 days, flip the other 3, which is open and close, open and close, open and close, to just count the timer. And then right after that, then you can go funded. Once you go funded, it's trailing drawdown until you get out of the buffer. And then from there, you're golden. You can make $10,000 per day at TPT, then they cap you off. And then you can take out up to 5,500 of that 10,000 at 80% split. And then 4,500 of that 10,000 is your buffer. You can take out the buffer, but it busts the account. And when you take out the buffer and it busts the account, it gets 50% split on the buffer portion of that. So TPT, just build up a balance and like keep going with it. And then just leave a little bit of a buffer for yourself. You don't think it's short off the DD band? I don't love it either. Okay, so we'll do something in a little bit. Let me show you guys my my fitness studio we designed. Let me see if I can't open it here. So we're franchising a really awesome brand from Miami. They're huge. It's reformer-based resistance, athletic resistance training mixed with like reformer-based Pilates together. And so we're gonna open like a bunch of these in Houston. So let me show you the whole project here. Let me see if I can get this here. Okay. So this is the space that we're getting. Here it's gonna interesting like setup. I don't know why we have the PDF real quick. Google Docs is not showing it. Hold on, let me download it. I'm gonna pop a short in these Lucid accounts right up here at DD Band. I think I'm gonna do that in yellow line. So I designed this layout myself. Okay, I'm gonna pop a short here in just a minute. Oh, let me get ready for that. Which account number is this? 001. Okie dokie. I'll do 002 over here. 954, 960. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Let's pop it with
order
a couple.
Filled. Order filled.
Why is it saying order filled? Oh, I have it over here. Okay, my bad. All right, let's pop a short at upper yellow. What's my take on top of book or level 2? Level 2 is not necessarily needed by anybody that's trading anything other than algorithmic trading. Level 2 as a trader is not going to be useful. I would say that anybody day trading or scalping, there's too much information flickering around, and in reality, it's not useful information for what you're doing. Is there DLL on these accounts? I don't think there's DLL once you're funded. Lucid Pros are DLL when you're funded. I didn't even think about that. I remember that. Yeah, level 2 is a lot of information that your brain can't really just utilize that as any kind of part of a trading strategy. It's too much up and down noise to go with it. Looks like it's moving pretty damn quick here. 67.92. I'm gonna take a small loss if I'm wrong. I got in 3 here. Let it overshoot, see what happens. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Is there DLL when funded? I should learn these rules here. No DLL when funded, right? Just consistency when funded, right? Cool deal. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-bum, bum, bum. We'll smack it with 5, see what happens. Okay. Okay now. Just having some fun with this one. Uh, 40 points up and then 80 points down, maybe 2-to-1 best case scenario. Remember, these are just props, so I'm trying to. We're about to do a huge giveaway, guys. For funded seat. So the giveaway is exclusive to us. They actually came to us and they're like, we really want to launch our product, and we actually think that you guys are the top futures trading stream there is. I mean, they were really like paying attention, yeah. There's a lot of people out there that, you know, stream and whatever, they think we're the best one, and they were like, we'd like to launch our product through your stream and show it off, and they're not paying us or anything, they're just offering us giveaway accounts to check it out. We were actually like, well, let's see what you guys' score come out to be, and the score came out to be pretty good, so we're really happy to show these guys to you guys. Somebody say Iran. Squeeze Matt out. Hey, don't wish bad things on me. Okay, I gotta buy myself a Ferrari this year, you know what I'm saying? You know, IDOC's present was really a future present for me. I got to get on their list. That way, when the opportunity to come build $1 million car comes in play, they'll give me a call. I got to be on the list. Dang it. You shut up, Farkas. Don't tell me to. Okay, so here's our project. Check it out. Tell me if you guys like how my design turned out. I did the blueprints and everything in Microsoft Paint. Well, actually, we worked with the architect and went back and forth. So this is our space right here. Workout space. We have this really interesting sort of like shaped thing here. Oh wait, hold on, I'm getting squeezed out. Hold on, let me watch this real quick. Let's pay attention here. I just want to brag and show you all my design. That's one right there. We have this sort of red sunburst lighting thing that's gonna have this lighting diagram, which is pretty cool. Hold on. This is hold up. Taking a while to load. Let me show you the interior. That's it. So we have all these windows along the side. This is the front. There's like this sort of like angled doorway that goes into the studio. Do you have to buy our stuff to qualify for the giveaway? No, but you have to use code SCORE with all your purchases. Looks like I'm getting squeezed here. Hold on. What is my loss limit on these bad boys? Oh, I'm sitting here. I'm fine. I'm at starting point. Okay. Here. So basically walk in the door, merch side. This is just a 3D rendering of my design. So little angled door with the lighting effect. Pretty cool, right? There's this back hallway that goes to the bathrooms and changing all that. Does it look pretty cool? And we got this like lighting effect to go on the inside, the interior right there. It's pretty dope. We're gonna open like 5 of these things here in Houston. So yeah, I basically conceptualized this sort of like angled hallway is being a place that you walk. No, actually, that's the concept too that we're not going to keep. Hold on. 40 points up, and I'll stop here. Probably should hit with just 3 instead of 5. PDF's taking a long time to load. The idea is like to utilize this long hallway. It's just this sort of like beautiful window lighting up the area, making it nice and lit up. They didn't really simulate that in the drawing itself, and so in the rendering itself, but this is going to be open to the outside. So you're going to be able to see like the beautiful outside sunshine coming in. It's going to be really nice. So. You said we don't really care. I know you don't care about fitness. I've seen your pictures. That's all right. I'm just messing with you, bro. Ooh, cold. I'm just kidding. But seriously though, IDOC's really proud if it's their first business venture, so we're kind of excited about it. So Bassborg, it's Tremble, the one from Miami. So this is IDOC's new venture. She's going to be we have a new kind of company that we have that's going to manage a bunch of things, fitness studios and other stuff. It's first and ever. Oh man. Okay, so I'm right here. I got my cost basis right at 960. There's no way that I have 960 because I averaged in right here at 970. What the heck? Thanks a little bit about VD. That's basically it. What is going on with my my internets here? Okay, we got ourselves a giveaway to go on here. Wait, did this stop me? There is a daily loss limit. You guys lied to me. It hit DLL and liquidated. That doesn't make any sense. You guys said there's no DLL. You tried to tell me? You guys said no DLL. Oh my God. Guys. Why do I trust you? I literally said, is there DLL? And you guys said no. I shouldn't have been in 5. Why did y'all tell me that? I need to read the rules on these things. I hate y'all so much. Nobody's trading Flex. I'm trading the pros. I literally showed you guys it. Y'all suck. Soft breach, yeah. Nobody's trading Flex. I'm trading pro. Well, I wouldn't have put in 5 if I knew there was DLL. Well, y'all told me no DLL. Well, at least I still got him for tomorrow. What on earth? Why would y'all tell me that? You said it. No DLL. Well, there's hit DLL. That's stupid. They still have money in them though. Why didn't the website tell you this? I did. I should have looked at the website. Let me go learn from this. I wish there was a website where I can learn. Well, there's the trade. It's probably gonna take off. Let me go to a website where I can learn as like which props are better. Let's go to Lucid real quick. Y'all told me there was no DLL. I guess we'll have to take a look at it. My internet's acting really slow right now for some reason. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, everything keeps stopping. The music is stopping. You hear that? Music just stopped. All right, let's play some tunes then. Let's play some good tunes. All right. What is going on today? I can believe they tell me they had DLL on this. I literally asked y'all. Oh my word. Well, internet light is white. Well, at least I took a small loss on that. Okay. Time for some tunes. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so Lucid accounts. Oh, this needs to tell me if this is on DLL, but I don't know if that's funded. I actually need to add this DLL eval / funded. Let's do 50K. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Let me go here. We'll search for Lucid. Okay. So the Lucid Pro has... Oh, I actually don't know if that's eval. Okay, so I actually need to list this better. DLL eval / consistency on eval and funded. So we're not actually displaying that. This is a good thing for the bugs, or for the not bugs, for the wish list. Well, now that I know. Well, there's the trade, damn it. Do crude inventory reports have anything to do with the market? They really don't. I would say in this environment where we're sensitive to oil prices, it might move oil around a little bit, but definitely not the stock market. The EIA inventory reports and the API ones that come out on Tuesdays, they're just EIA's government. API is industry, so private sector. Man, I'm mad. I swear, you guys, y'all told me there was no DLL. So I'm like, okay, I'll get in 5. Well, learn that the hard way. Thanks a lot, chat. So mad at y'all. All right, guys, do me a favor. Type in no DLL or funded seat giveaway. Sure, blame others, Matt. I'm blaming everyone else but myself. I'm never at fault. Never. Never at fault. Anyways, there's the short setup. You guys enjoy it. $10 funded seat accounts. Winner must be in our... If only there was a website that you can choose. Enjoy the free trade setup, everybody. But now that I'm out, the market could go down to reward everybody else. So I have to actually look at this. The site actually just says no consistency or DLL, but I don't know if that's funded or not. I can look on the back end and see. But we'll get this going. Yeah, it looks like on the account, the 50K, or 150K. All right, so the Lucid Flex 150K versus Lucid Pro 150K. Lucid Pro 150K. There's daily loss limit on eval, and there's daily loss limit on funded. Welp. And consistency on funded. Man, all right, now that I know that, I probably should have read that this morning. Okay, I asked you guys. I'm mad at y'all. What about the flex? Let me see what the flex is. I'm learning about these myself. All right, flex is only 50% consistency day 1 pass or 2-day pass. Oh, that's the difference. 2-day pass on flex. And then no DLL, no consistency on funded. Oh, okay, so that's like the TPT model. Gotcha. 6,000 every 5 trading days. Okay. So that's very much like TPT then, right? No, I asked this morning. I said, hey, I'm going to get in a trade. Is there DLL on these? And then like 10 people were like, no DLL, no DLL. So I was like, okay. If there was DLL, I would have shorted with 2. When someone said no DLL, I shorted with 5. So well, now I learned. With the DLL, you're gonna play a much smaller so that you don't hit daily loss limit. So I got lucky just getting it on the trade yesterday without hitting the DLL. Let me sure I add that to the top there. AJ roasting coming. Oh, he's gonna roast the shit out of me. All right, first fun and see giveaway.
Run and cutting losses slow. See the order flow, feel the market's pulse. He's calling out the levels, no baseless impulse.
So letting you guys know about what's going on with funded seat. What's so hot about it, why people are talking about it. It's currently the only daily payout end of the day drawdown account that has no DLL, which goes hand in hand with this giveaway. This says no DLL. So the only account in the space that has no DLL with daily payout, according to our sources. What about, wait. With end of the day draw, oh, with end of the day drawdown. So TPT is that, but trailing drawdown. So funded seats, like the new hot one everyone's talking about. That's why we're doing an exclusive little giveaway here. Farina's like, Matt hit DLL on Lucid on purpose to show off no DLL in funded seat. Yeah, totally. I totally did that on purpose. This was all planned. 100%. Yeah. That's really funny. Totally on purpose. All right, Pierre. Cool. We'll throw out a couple of these. Wait. Wasn't Pierre? That was yesterday. All right, didn't claim your prize. All right, no DLL, ready to go. We spin the wheel one time. We got 10 of these to give away. So currently the only end of the day drawdown in the space, Code Score hooks you up with it, with daily payouts with no DLL. According to our team at Prop Score. That's kick ass. That's pretty cool. Hopefully those plans stick around. I always tell you, when new firms come out with stuff that's like really good or too good to be true, you never know if the plan will stick around. You know, after some time, a bunch of people try it out, then they change the rules or they get rid of it. Every firm, you have to always think about that. But the goal is you want to be first. Before, back in the day, FundedX had these like no cap legacy accounts. And it was like, dude, I milked them for so much money until they changed the rules on it. They capped the payout, which the whole point is with these things that are like really good and too good to be true. The trick is you need to be first. Like You know, if 6 months or a year from now the plan goes away and a new plan comes in its place, then you milked it while you could. So I like the idea that you have a daily payout with no DLL and end of the day drawdown. This is the only plan in the space that's like that right now. It's good to know. The closest thing to that is take profit, but their daily payout is a trailing drawdown, not end of the day. Kick ass. FN Yang 001. Like I said, you guys take the accounts, try it out, go to prop score, and then leave a review. Let us know how you like it. Are you guys not claiming your price? I don't see the claiming up here. After buffer, TPT is not trailing anymore. Right, TPT for the most part, you got buffer for 1 day. So what you see on your screen as far as the timer goes is 8 seconds too late. So there's like a 5 to 8 second delay between me and you. So by the time you see 8, it's 0 here. So you basically get 52 seconds. So right now it says 53 on my screen, 52. There we go. What platform do you use for funded seats? So they're actually, one of the things is they're not compatible with Tradeovate yet. They're working on that. But they use TradeC, which is like the new platform that pretty much everyone's using now as well. It's like the new, isn't that like AJ and Brett? And aren't they like behind that? I need to learn more about TradeC. All the other like Rhythmic compatible platforms. Can you copy trade? These are good questions. Trade C is goated. I hear fantastic things about Trade C. So if you guys check out Trade C, like I said, leave reviews about all this stuff on the site. We love to see it. We got 10 to give away. We'll spread it out. We'll spread out the love a little bit. Y'all tell me there's no DLL on Lucid. Well, hey, there's no DLL on Funded Seat. God, that worked out so beautifully though, right? What a great segue into the giveaway. It's almost like I did it on purpose, and I'd love to claim that I did it on purpose, but I genuinely fucked it up. That's funny though. But you know who doesn't have DLL unfunded? I'm just kidding. I love these Lucid accounts. I'm having a blast with them. I think that was such a cool, but now that I know. $2,700 DLL on these accounts, the one I'm trading. Pay attention next time. Oh, and that one stopped me out even above it. So yeah, so that was it. These right here, they're still up in profit, but yeah, the DLL, I added distance to daily loss limit now that I can actually see there is one. But yeah, so they hit 27 and stopped. This one kicked me for $400 over. What the heck? Even auto liquidate me at the right spot. That sucks. Anyways, it's the short from right here. If I would have known I had such a tight 27, I would not have put 5 down. I thought I had $6,000 to play with. Well, I mean, I did. That gives me 40 points without losing the whole account. But that's on 5, that's $4,000 that it could have taken bouncing around right here. Oh well, okay, we've got Arnav, Dasbert. Your name doesn't even show on the giveaway screen. That's not true. What's your name? What's your name, Dabby? There you are. Look at this. You're right there. Dabby Nunes. Guys, do me a favor. Two things, really quick. All right, two things. Number one, go to Prop Score's Discord and join. You must all be there now to claim prizes. That's it. Here's the link. Link's in the description below the video, but I'll give it to you guys here as well. It will be, by the end of this year, the biggest prop-themed Discord, period. There's almost 2,000 people in it, and we've been open for 4 days. Crazy. Since this weekend. Go there, join it. All things prop, all things giveaway, exclusive things, exclusive launches, like this funded seat thing, exclusive here. We're the ones telling you guys about it. So we want to be the information source of the prop space, the fair information source of the prop space. There's no pay to play. Nobody's giving us paychecks to say we like them. We're doing this because the accounts are rated good, and we're going to share with you guys good stuff. We're going to share with you guys what's bad stuff. Let you guys know what's good, what's bad. You've been here a year and a half and haven't won anything? Aw. You're always here for the knowledge and the bullying. That's really why you need to be here. All right, we'll take a little bit of a break for a minute. We'll come back in a second. Let me share with you guys. Wait 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We'll jump into this again. No more typing, but let me show you guys what Prop Score actually does. It's in our beta right now. And what our goal is to be a mathematical, and again, here's the thing. We have a loyalty program that's about to kick off. So every time you use code SCORE, or code Rocket Scooter for now, but SCORE as well, any one of our codes will lock you into a loyalty program that you can use the points you acquire to get free accounts, free swag, free Rocket Scooter memberships, and free lifetime. So the example will be, you buy enough prop firm, you can join Rocket Scooter for almost pretty much free with your loyalty points. That'd be the goal, right? So the community gets rewarded with free education the more you use our code. We used to do this before. If you'd spend $1,000 with our code in the month, there'd be a drawing for lifetime. We're still going to do this. We're only amping it up even bigger. You get a free hoodie. You could finally at some point get a free hoodie once this all works out. So right now, start using code SCORE, S-C-O-R-E. Everywhere you go, we'll be the best loyalty program in the business, the biggest giveaways in the business, everything. We're going to be the biggest and best. So, anywho, the goal with Prop Score is to be an auditing agency for prop firms. In general, just to show you how firms are ranking based on the stats of the accounts. There's no subjective, there's no, we choose to rank something, give it a score. We plug in all the data, DLLs, consistencies, profit target, MLLs, time in the past, time in market, payout cycles, payout restrictions, payout frictions, all of that. Rules, can you DCA, can you flip? All of that goes into a math model that focuses on ROI per time in market per difficulty based on user parameters. You can come in here and tell it how often you fail an eval, how many times you fail a funded before you pass, what your win rate is, and your risk to reward ratio that you want to trade for the day. And it will now tell you which firm ranks the best per your stats. This is the highest probability of getting the highest ROI per time in market per difficulty based on your trading stats. According to this, if you fail a lot, Top Step's one of the better ones, right? If you want, and again, as we build this out, there will be more trading stats you can program in it that will factor into your win rate, pass rate, all that stuff here on the site. This is a free service. Free service. You guys don't have to pay for it. All this work and this huge team we have working on this, it's a free service for you guys. Prop Score. There's a million prop ranking sites, comparisons. I call it comparison sites, but really they're pay for play. Every single one of them out there pay for play. They call up a prop firm. There's just a million of them. Prop firm compare, prop firm match, prop firm this, prop firm that. All they do is they call up the prop firm and say, give us money, or we won't list you. We have 1.5 million hits a month. You don't pay us, we won't list you. And if you don't pay them, they don't list you. I'm in with the props. I know who extorts them for money. That's all it is, pay for play. Ours, we don't accept $1. Period. For ranking, for listing. You will be listed if you exist. Matter of fact, we're excited to list everybody because I'm going to show you guys what this shit is out there that's not any good. So, The only thing that supports the site is the general affiliate income that comes from code use. And we're putting that right back into the site. Unlike some influencers who couldn't afford a car, an airplane, a fucking house, a boat without your affiliate dollars, I make my Ferrari money comes from trading. I take all the affiliate money I make and I pay people's salaries to give you a service with it. There's leagues of difference in this space, and we're a league of difference. So our job is to make sure that we provide something of value to you guys. And if a new firm comes out with a new plan and they're paying a bunch of people to say that it's great, how do you know if it's really good? Well, that's where we're going to come to play. The hoodie comes with printed Ferrari. Oh, 100%. Here's my trade, by the way, that I could have got if I had a small enough position. But anyways, this is the DD Band short. There's no evidence that it sells off from here, but short to open would be a good play. No DLL. I'm so sad. Okay, Abundance giveaway in a couple more minutes here. Make sure you guys join that Discord, because the Discord is also going to serve as the community Discord for all the streamers. Rocket Scooter Discord is for the community Discord for learning Rocket Scooter and how to trade there. But a million of you guys are prop firms that don't have a home. Go to the Prop Score Discord, and there's your new home. We have giveaways in there every day, giveaways on Twitter every day. We have games to play. Get to hang out with all three streamers. We'll kick it in there. Try to short here DLL. Bro, I know. Now I know the hard way. I can buy a couple more Lucid accounts. I got those two right there. Should I buy like 2 or 3 more? Wait, the flex is right. So let me look at the flex. So I'm really excited about our fitness studio design. They had this other design option that they did that I'm not sure I'm a big fan of. We'll do more giveaway in just a little bit. Another design option, put the door over here. And they built this sort of like hallway with these like LED lights, which is kind of cool looking for a hallway. But I'm not the biggest fan of covering up the windows, to be honest. The reason I got this space for iDoc is because the windows just made it so cool. They have all this open lighting and stuff. It just looks like, you know, 2 hallways. I didn't like this concept there. It kind of looks neat, though, in all other instances of neat. Like, pretty cool place, but I like the design. It's pretty nice. Another thing is I'm currently whipping up the design for the coffee shop. Flex is goated. All right. What's target for the short? The short was to close below DD band. About only 4% of days will close above it, and 96% of days should close below it. Now, normally when DD ratio is greater than half, I don't short for a reversal. I short the next target. So because there's a yellow line next to it, that's the only reason I'd attempt for it. I'd only short best case scenario to about around here. This obviously is an imbalance that pushed us higher. Just retracing that imbalance right about here. Little scalp inside of here that maybe just has a quick little red that I can get out of before it continues to go higher. Normally, I don't short off of DD band when it says support. I usually don't, but I will scalp off of it if I have other pivots nearby that are scalp worthy. See how it's trying to fade off of it a little bit. Other than that, I wouldn't be trading it. All right, let me get, you said Lucid Flex, right? Okay, let me look at that really quick. We got more funded seats to give away in a little bit, guys. Really awesome. Like I said, the brand new account, the only 1-day payout, end of the day account with no DLL in the business right now. That's cool. The no DLL thing. Very nice. Okay, so Lucid Flex, 25 and 50K ranks as a 9.0 as well. Okay. Pretty cool. The 100 is an 8.2 and the 150 is a 6.9. So the fall off is really, hey babe, what's up? The The fall off is pretty high on Lucid. So if you're going to trade Lucid, you want to stay at the 50K or lower. Okay, so let's look at the 50K for Flex. 25 and 50Ks have a 9.0. Anything above that, the score drops off drastically. So that means there's just less value for dollar you spend. So 50% consistency on eval and no consistency in DLL on funded. 5 trading days. Yeah, Flex is a little. Where you got? Where you going? What do you got going on over here? What are you doing? Where you going? Where you going? Coffee shop. Just like that?
What's wrong with that? I'm very covered. Oh no, I forgot I had these on my face.
Got a ghost mine. We got a Rami coming through here. I was like, what you had your purse for up here.
Oh no.
Can I have your wallet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what you say to me.
Can I have your wallet?
I don't know where it is.
I don't need your wallet. Not today. You're safe today, bro.
I don't know where it is.
Probably downstairs.
Look over there. No.
Okay, look this.
Flex is solid. Yeah. The Flex is a 50% consistency 5-day payout, whereas Pro is 3-day payout with DLL. That's the difference. Pro is 3 days to payout, but there's DLL. Yeah. And Pro's 3 days to payout is actually on day 3 from when you start. So eval is day 1. Day 2, you can also trade funded on day 2 and then 3 days out. 3 days of perfect trading, basically, versus 5 days of getting lucky or anything else. Flex all day. Yeah, I would say if I were to choose between the two, I think Flex is the way to go. What's up, girl? Can you do the same thing? Which is go to funded. Kind of? Like lunch later would be alright. I'm not hungry now. Thanks, babe. So let me go to... Let me get like 2 Flex accounts too, just to try those out. And I'll get some funded seed accounts too. I'd like to try those out too as well. I don't normally balance a lot of props in my diet. How do I add an account here? Hey guys, we'll do another funded seat in just a minute here. Don't forget to sub to the channel. We are one of the biggest futures trading presences online. 30,000 views per day, 1.5 million views per month. Huge futures presence, the largest futures trading Discord there ever was, the first one there ever was. A huge trading community of knuckleheads and degens like yourself hanging out with us every single morning. I'm Rockscooter Matt. I'm the guy that trades live. I win all the trading competitions last year. Rockscooter team got 2nd place in Tradeify's contest. Why does Flex get a bad score for ROI? It doesn't. It gets a decent one, but the higher level ones get a lesser score. Like Lucid. It has to do with all the so let's look at ROI, right? Hold on. So the Lucid Pro has a really good ROI. The Flex has less of an ROI. Probably has to do with the amount of payout you can take. Depends. And this is on the expected payout model. Minimum payout model is slightly better. On min payout, it's close to an 8. So expected means like your best day you can get. So it's just pretty low. And usually ROI is return on investment. So against like your expected failure rate, what's the return you can get? And so it usually comes from like lower payout. Yeah, funded seat doesn't have trade debate. You have to use the trade seat platform. All right, guys. Type in, like I said, Prop Score is a free service. Go make your account today. Start joining our loyalty program automatically. When we do launch it, you'll be able to upload all your receipts from all you've bought and immediately convert your score code use into swag. Immediately. Everyone else out there that has a loyalty program, ours will be better because we're going to give you not just free accounts, but free education, free Rockscooter, free software, free everything with it. All these prop kids out there want to start loyalty programs and crap, give you free accounts. We get more free accounts than they get. Biggest and baddest, baby. No deal. I'll type it. Okay, right here. Fun to see giveaway in a second. No DLL. 1 day payout into the day accounts. There's not any that exists in the space right now that I know of. According to Prop Score, there aren't any that they know of either. Pretty cool. All right, how do I buy? How do I add new accounts? Oh, add account. There it is. There's the button. Okay, I'll buy some flexes then maybe. So the bet. So I'm like, okay, let's just show you how you'd walk through it, right? So if I'm gonna buy like an example, if I'm gonna buy a Lucid Flex, okay. So let's go ahead and go to the Lucid page. I can say like which one's the best for my dollar, right? Go in here, go to accounts, and then I can see on the Flex side of things, and probably the overall score is low because the ROI score is low, so it's smaller payouts. This is a harder journey, but for a bigger payout for like 3 days of perfect trading, basically. So of all of them, the Flex 50K seems to be the highest ranked one. The best ROI, highest ranked, all other things being equal. So now I could say, okay, let's do the 50Ks, right? So let me do some 50Ks. Best bang for its buck. Would you guys agree 50K is the way to go? Best bang for its buck. How much are they? 84 bucks with coupon? Okay. Okay, let's get a couple of those. All right, guys, fun and seat. Type it in. Say one of the brand new firms in the space. Everyone's talking about them. Got the exclusive get up for you guys today. 10 giveaway accounts to check it out. Like I said, if you get these accounts and use them, new giveaway topic. Wait. Button seat. That's the one. Type it in. Dude, my internet, dudes and dudettes, my internet's acting really crazy today. Let me grab one of these bad boys here. Cool deal. Okay, I grabbed 2 of those. So let me read the rules again. It's 50% consistency. Oh, hold on. Let me refresh that. We'll switch on over there. So wait. I guess LTLFE. I guess E stands for eval. All right, so these guys have 50% consistency, $2,000 to loss. What the profit target is on these guys. Man, this site is so useful. It helps, like, saves me a lot of time having to search for these things. All right, Lucid. Sort by account, Lucid, and we're gonna look at 50K flex. 50% consistency, no DLL, 3K profit target. Perfect. All right.
So if you wonder,
Okay, so I gotta make 3K and I can't lose 2 on these flexes. All right, all right, all right.
it ain't no spooky scene. It's just madness.
I'm not gonna take the short on this though. Okay, guys, my friends, my family. Ow! My back is still hurting.
Green juice for Superman.
Is there a leaderboard? We're gonna have that. Currently right now, you can see who the best ranked ones are by going to the front page. But had some, like, our team was talking last night, we had a pretty good idea to basically have like a podium. That's like what's currently ranked 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and 5 sort of thing. See, guys, I'm not kidding with you. My internet's being funky. Not the internet, but my browser's being funky today. But looping around.
This edge will never be if I step in.
My stream has been sort of like looping in circles. Oh, my browser just crashed. That's what's going on. Hey, hold on. Let me reset everything, guys. Don't go anywhere. Oh, that's what happened. Firefox has capped out my RAM. 96 gigs of RAM used up. Oh my gosh, okay.
This edge will never see the light I've messed with. And if I don't be gone, there's no
Let me reload everything again, friends. Hold on.
I will stop, leave alone. All this out of my control to make you breathe.
Sorry, guys. My Photoshop was freezing up my computer. I was photoshopping results so hard. It was locking up my computer today. Can I maybe... Do I still want it? I mean, these are just $80, $70 accounts. Type in fun and seat, guys. We got the giveaway still going on here. I can only lose 2,000 though, which means one contract is about it. How's resilience looking? How's ARB looking? Yeah, nothing's primed good for a short, but S&P res is dropping a little bit. I'm not going to take it. Not a good setup here. Although to take it would be to bet that some stocks started selling up. Not sure that's going to happen.
This edge will never see the light I've messed with. And if I don't be gone, even if I pay, it'll be alright. If I'm in the trade, I've got to step aside. How can we try and bring this edge to life? Maybe not interfere. I found that I got to wait and give blind trade's just strategy. Risk is measured, I'm trading free. Charts unfold, the patterns speak. Liquidity maps reveal the weak. DD ratio tells me when. One wrong move, I'm back again. Through the noise, I see the light. Numbers tell me when to fight. Rocket fires, I take my aim. No emotions, just the game. Ride the wave, ride the sky. Rocket scooters taking me high. No blind trades, just strategy. Risk is measured, I'm trading.
Okay, guys. 5, 4, 3. Oh, it must have switched back to no DLL. I don't know. Oh, because I reset everything. It should have no DL. Just do no DLL real quick. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Gosh.
Ride the wave, ride the sky. Rocket scooters taking me high. No blind trades, just strategy. Risk is measured, I'm trading free. Trading free.
Chasing numbers wild and blind. Rocket dreams, they fill my mind. Hedge the pressure, stakes so high. Burning dollars touch the sky. Algorithms spin the wheel. Truth or gamble, what's the deal? Shots and candles flash and scream. Money's just a fading dream. Market fever, break the chain. Breeding chaos, fuel the flame. Rocket scooter, ride the waves. Chasing wealth into the grave. Pressure built in, can't escape. Every dollar sets the shape. Tickers roaring, drown the doubt. Hold or sell, the market shouts. Fools and kings on equal ground. Winning's just a fleeting sound.
All right. 30 seconds, guys. Type in no DLL.
Profit lost in disarray. Market fever, break the chain. Greed and chaos, fuel the flame. Rocket scooter, ride the waves. Chasing wealth into the grave. Not anymore. The market moves when I take the ride.
Go. Number one.
Deceive, but you can't fade what you don't believe. You call it love.
This is for
You're still wishing I'm cashing bills. Momentum's mine. I wrote the plan. You fade a storm, but I'm the fucking man.
funded seat.
Your luck won't last. Don't fade.
25K daily pro brand new accounts that just launched today. These accounts just launched today, by the way. Brand new accounts just launched today. We have exclusive rights to give them out to you guys. Check it out. Using code SCORE everywhere out there. We'll start like raking up some points for the loyalty program we're going to do. S&P started pulling back just a little bit, with Res actually kind of lowering. I actually don't hate the thought of tapping a little tiny short here, but this is a 50K account. I really should be doing micros. This is $2,000. Maybe on the next screen pop will hit it. Res is not negative yet. It's like slowly becoming negative though. Not negative enough to short off of it though. The fact that we're consolidating at upper band, it's not the biggest, strongest play. I mean, with an eval, you can always just easily flip and gamble these things for cheap. I'm not going to do it though. Congratulations, Asta.
Don't fade me now. I'm built to win. Try and fade me. See what happens. But when it's time to learn, I flip the switch and burn. Listen up, drop and get paid. Ready information and everything that's played. Switch mode, time to teach your control. Switch mode, heavy load, here we go. Streaming live, I'm laid back king. Reading this is my favorite day. Sipping drinks while profits rise. Trading futures we will discuss. Rocking scooters where I teach, but first I gotta switch and reach.
Jacob Packer.
Starts to turn, I flip the switch and burn. Listen up, drop and get paid. Information, everything that's played. Switch mode, time to take your control. Switch mode, heavy load, here we go. Check it from chill to drill in a single beat. Two faces of me can accept defeat. Stream time's easy, like back and free, but boot camp mode's intensity. Double down strategy, 7 HP flows, liquidity mapping, that's how I go. Lucky scooter training, I'm a sergeant now. Dropping gambling profits, show me how. From zero to hero, I'll break it down. Lift it back up with a trade crowd. Switch mode activated, can't you see? This is who I'm meant to be. Switch mode. Switch mode. Formation, DD implementation, and XP domination, liquidity navigation. Switch mode, switch mode, switch mode, switch mode. Listen up, drop and give me flame.
Rogue of the Lamb, next winner. Let's go, baby. Go Rogue.
Grinding charts, forged in fire. Liquidity maps lift us higher.
It's totally rigged. 100% rigged. Is there a sharp opportunity? Bears on top and yes. At the bulls on top, no. Bulls on top is not considered an entry target. Mike, winner. Mike, no way. We better get a song about this. Yeah, I'm not tapping the short here on this one with my Lucid Flex Eval 10001. Not only know the pros have DLL, I learned that the hard way. We are blasting through with upper consolidation, DD band with bullish DD. I usually don't short off of that other than just a quick scalp if I can find it. Resilience is not supporting a sell-off trade from here, but S&P's upper DD band and yellow line is possibly a good short setup. Again, same sort of capacity there. You finally see your name and it's like 2 away from winning. Look, if I were to do the spin duration to be even longer, you guys will be able to see. Ooh, I can give you guys more time for the reward claim. Okay. Okay. Bonus for subscribers to the channel. If you have the green name here and you sub to the channel subscription is like, I don't know, $6 a month or something. You get 3 entries per name. Cool. All right. Exclusive funded seat giveaway. Use code SCORE, by the way. As you guys use that, and there's other influencers, other affiliates, other whatever, use their code. We're about to unleash the world's biggest and best loyalty program for code use. As you see, we're recognized as one of the bigger powerhouses in the space. Knowledge base, huge for props. We should be able to have just about any piece of information you could ever want to know about props, what's coming out, what's being released. We're gonna get CEOs to come on the stream and talk about it. We really want to be a good, strong force for you guys and really provide some value to y'all. I'm pretty much taking every penny of affiliate dollar that comes in and then recycling it back to this effort. My trading buys my Ferraris. All right, look, let's be real. Remember that tournament I won at the BDH? Remember I gave that prize money away? I won like 10,000 bucks and I gave it away on stream. Y'all find me be much different than everyone else in this community. So can we use Rocket Scooter code? Score from now on. Score with everything. Rocket Scooter with TPT until that switches over, but score with everything. As a matter of fact, let me switch. I'm gonna get TPT to switch over tonight. So score with everything right now. Yeah, everything right now. Score. Min Tong Huang. Hold on, let me do this. Okay, hold on, I gotta send something. Somebody send out a TPT email real quick. Oh, nice. So Ninja Trader has a brand new Arena Cup coming through. They just sent me an email about it. They want us to help them out and partner with them on this. So cool. I might. Last Arena Cup was pretty kick-ass. I wasn't able to compete because there was a little bit of a miscommunication. I signed up in a heat and then they moved me to the other one. Then I forgot to register. I wasn't able to get in. But this one, I'll jump in on it. Real chin strap. Oh, shoot. Hey, Arthur. Next week, I'm free. Anytime after 2 p.m. starting tomorrow. Actually, TPT wants to hop on a call. My bad. Okay, hold on. Don't you? I'm like, look at my own here. Hold on. Why here? I totally missed this email. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, let me send this really quick. Okay, guys, just chilling for a minute here. A little bit of a quick spiky pop there. I'm waiting for resilience to decline closer to below 0. I think that if we get a nice little pop with res close to 0, there's worth it for a little bit of scalp off of the S&P. I don't think that it's bearish enough to have any bear sell-off, but we do see volatility sort of baking in above triple B, which is going to be right down here at 1947. We are not coming down on VIX, which means only a matter of time for this gets a little explodey. All right, we'll spin the wheel for one more. Then we got a couple more for later. Funded seat, kick ass. And we have a bunch other to do. Giveaways all day, baby. Lambo lover. Congratulations. Congratulations, congratulations. I don't know how many that is. I think that's 8. My internal counter's telling me that's maybe 8. What's the VIX? What is the VIX in general, or what is the VIX at? Dakota. Do you want a quickie explanation what the VIX is? How many is this today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got 2 more to give away, plus a couple more. We got tons to give away. It's a big giveaway bonanza today. I should be wearing the cowboy hat. Who wrote the songs for the lyrics earlier? Let's fucking go. That is a Tech Trader song, I believe. Either Tech or Rogue, one of the two. Let's fucking go is one of the two of those boys. Yeah, there's no DLL on the funded on the eval 50. On the actual, if I go here, let me go check it out real quick. Funded seat, accounts and pricing, the new ones they just did, which are called the Daily Pro. The newest ones that just came out. There's 40% consistency on eval, no DLL, no consistency on funded. The new ones that just came out, the ones that released today, One Step Daily Pro. It is only a 2-day to pass and no consistency, no DLL when funded and daily payout. So it's, according to our site, it is currently the only firm in existence that has no consistency, no funded, no DLL on funded with daily payout, end of the day drawdown. The next contender is TPT, but it's trailing drawdown, same day payout. I used to remember who wrote all the songs, so dude, I have so much info like flying in and out of my head these days. I tend to forget stuff. There was a time when I had good memory. These days I don't. The Monkey Paw song. Oh, we haven't heard this one in so long. You guys missed the Monkey Paw song? So going forward, all use of our code should be score going forward. I need to change that on my stream. So to join our loyalty program and all that, you got to use score. Oh, Dakota said, didn't know what VIX is. Okay, let me give you a quickie little tutorial about VIX. Okay, let's turn the giveaway music down. Let's put on some chill vibes. Let me give you guys a quickie little detail what the VIX is. Now, again, I'll give you a little more technical explanation. The VIX is an indicator that it's an index that the CBOE put together that helps you understand what volatility is. And volatility is very misunderstood in the index, but I'll give you a kind of like a quickie little demo. There's a white paper that was put out by the CBOE that explains what the VIX is. It's just this giant equation that's based on SPX options. Again, don't try to worry too much about the math, but it's an equation that looks at how the options are valued over time in a way. And it's looking at all these different relationships between how options, the SPX supply and demand is like distributed throughout time and space, right? And they take where people's like demand for options, like if all of a sudden the market's going against me and I'm going to buy a bunch of puts real quick, then I'm going to go buy some puts really quick. Where I attack the market and buy those puts at, how far out in the money, how close in time, is going to have a big impact on, you know, basically stating to the world what situation I'm in. If I run out there and buy very quick, oh my God, they expire today, very, very, very close to where I am puts, then they know that I'm rushing out to like buy insurance really quick. But I'm casually buying the same puts that expire in a month. I'm not so panicked, right? So the fact that what I choose to buy will reflect like an immediate sudden demand for some options for right now that expire right now. It means it's like you just wrecked your car and you're like, hey, I need insurance real quick, right? So when you make that statement, Wall Street understands your panic, and that panic builds into this giant equation and gives VIX a value. So far, so good. Yeah, so somebody is like in a lower kind of like simple explanation and lower down in the chat says it's a calculation of OTM premiums. And it's all factored in on like where you buy your options and time. And the premiums go up when the demand goes up, just like with the price of something here. If I'm attacking, longing NASDAQ, the NASDAQ value is going to go up because I'm attacking it. So the premiums are going up asymmetrically in different places. The demand is there, and the demand is there is people saying I've got risk around these areas, right? So that's all VIX is. Now, how's that useful to you as a trader? It's really not, but there's some things that you can learn from VIX that you can apply as a trader. And one of the main things that we do is we use VIX futures. Number one, VIX futures are just like any other futures. Just like NASDAQ futures are futures contracts that are trying to price in the value of the NASDAQ index at expiration. VIX futures are the same thing. They do the formula on how to get a payout. All right, buy infinite accounts, throw infinite money at it, long every 40 points, and then watch the cash roll in. Spend 100K, you'll get 200 back. He said doo-doo. So VIX futures, just like NASDAQ futures, are a futures contract that are trying to bet on the value of that VIX index at some point in time as well, around the expiration. And so VIX is an index just like this. And the way that it works, if you look at it on the longer scheme of like, you can see there's times when it spikes like crazy and there's times when it's nice and fluid. As we remember, 2022, we left a recession all the way to 2024 through 2025 until Trump got elected and the whole tariff stuff happened here. There were times when, you have news event and the volatility goes up, which means the uncertainty goes up, the panic goes up, and people respond. Remember the tariff thing, right? The big sell-off? VIX just flew through the roof. Here's a good rule of thumb, right? Anything that's VIX above 20 is going to be very, very, very unstable market. It's going to react very crazily to news and all kind of stuff. VIX also, when it's high, you can know that the market's sensitive to anything. Like when CPI comes out as a miss. If VIX is low, that will likely be absorbed. Nobody's really shocked or surprised. But if VIX is high and CPI comes in as a miss, it can cause a wider swing because VIX is higher. The higher the VIX, the higher the swings when markets do move around when there's news. Farkas says, now throw Black-Scholes not in the band. Black-Scholes got kicked out of the band. Just kidding. All right, so VIX itself is pretty much a useless thing. You're never going to use it to trade with like, okay, I'm going to short because VIX is low, or like VIX is high, I'm going to short, or VIX is low, I'm going to long. Never make that sort of decision. What you can do is use VIX in the following. When VIX is higher, markets are going to chop a little bit more. The relationship you will start to notice is, say, let's pretend that this is a very good long setup, this DD band right here. And pretend that we fall to it and VIX is at 0. If VIX is at 0, you're likely going to bounce right off of it. There's no volatility at these key levels, and say that it's at a key options level. If VIX is low, it'll just bounce quickly. If VIX is like medium high, like a little bit higher, you might actually like chop around there a little bit before you take off. And if VIX is really high, it's going to like, be very all over the place and go. So what I like to look at is when VIX is high, it just means how much chop you get in the market. The lower the VIX is a testament of options market being very liquid and distributed very evenly against the out of the money options. So liquid market. Low VIX, things are more liquid. High VIX is caused by things being less liquid. Or sorry, high VIX is caused by less liquidity. And now you'll see that the market has higher Vs when VIX is high. When VIX is low, the market tends to just not have a lot. So in a nice bull market, when you notice a trend, as if VIX starts to go lower when bull markets go up. And it's the way bull markets go up when VIX is lower. Bull markets tend to be less choppy as they move up. But when markets are selling off, since most people are pretty much long the market all the time, you can zoom out an SPX chart. The SPX chart over the last 100 years looks like this. Then the surprise of the market is selling off. When the market is surprised, where the panic comes in. So VIX usually goes up when sell-offs happen, and usually goes down when markets continuing along the expected path, right? So in this environment, when VIX goes up, it usually corresponds with a market sell-off, because the way the sell-offs happen is they become more illiquid when they sell off, and therefore they become choppier as they're falling. So when VIX goes up, you're going to notice that you're going to have bigger swings and bigger V's throughout the day. You can see how right now VIX is relatively stable. The chop is about the same. When VIX starts moving a lot higher, you're going to see that the market sort of like widens out a lot more and has a lot more craziness to it. So in periods of high VIX, you're going to have to basically spread your position out. The way I do it is when VIX is much higher, instead of just shorting at my pivot, I'll build a short at a range around the pivot. In high VIX, I'll look at like that chop right there and tell myself, okay, the S&P is moving up and down 15 points. If I hit my upper target, then I might have 15 points of overshoot as it's consolidating at the target to plan for the trade. Higher the VIX, the higher the overshoot I allow for. Basically it. How do you use that as an indicator? We made it so easy for you. You don't even have to think about any of that. You go to Rocket Scooter, you're going to go down here. There's a tool called Darb. Darb will tell you that expected overshoot that you're expected to see in futures. Right now, it's not really that high. Anything less than 40, you assume 40. As a matter of fact, right now, this overshot exactly 40 points. If Darb is anything higher than 40, you use what the number says. That's basically it. We'll do some more giveaways in just a little bit. We got a whole lot to get through. All right, ready, guys? We got a few more to give away. Funded seat right now. Huge exclusive giveaway only here, launching the brand spanking new accounts here. I will load them up one more time and show you guys, man. I'm loving prop score. And of course, being in beta, there's so much you can do, but there's so much that we still want. Every time I go through this, I get ideas of ways I want to keep making this much cooler. Brand new accounts they just launched. Daily Pro, ranking 9 and 8.5. Give away a couple of those again in just a second. I need... I feel like the internet's got a short memory. People forgot Nutty Bar over here, this little, you know, these little tiny paper trading influencers. They always got something to say. Trying to stir up competition. They're like, why don't you go trade against Pat or whatever? People forgot that I traded in that BDH tournament last year against Pat and won. An influencer that wins was promised 100K to a charity of their choice that never was paid out. So I don't know if I want to fly out there again to compete in another tournament to win again. I got the 10K prize, but I gave it to you guys. Remember that? 100K to any influencer that comes and wins this thing. I won that thing. I still waited for somebody to be like, which charity would you like me to donate to? I never even said anything about it. I let it slide, but there's the truth. If anybody's a day trade against me, look, I wouldn't challenge Elon Musk to who can open the best 5-cent lemonade stand. He ain't gonna take a moment out of his day to do that. You want to challenge me in a day trade competition? Anybody on planet Earth? I will trade against any two influencers put together. 100K start to $1 million. The winner keeps the loser's accumulated account as a prize. We brace for slips. I ain't gonna go play no more paper trading competition with the babies of this world. You guys want to trade against Daddy? It's big money's here, baby. That's how we're gonna do it. I'll trade competition 100%. Any two influencers put together. I will tape their P&Ls together and trade against them head to head that way. Anybody have takers? Making lose more money? I bet you can. All right, 2 more spins, baby. Any two put together. It's just so funny watching paper traders trying to challenge paper traders to paper trader competitions. And it's like, dude, none of these people, like, what has happened to my trading space? I can't wait to fucking own it again, where we're the biggest in the world and we focus everybody back on real trading like it used to be. Why did I do the Robbins Cup? I did the Robbins Cup. I got 4th place in 3 trades, and everyone I was competing against dropped out. There was all kind of people in Robbins Cup that year. Every single person was egging each other to join. Join the Robbins, join the Robbins. We all did. 3 days. 3 days I was in 4th place. 3 trades. That's it. And everyone dropped out. Everyone dropped out. Brett was going to be in it. Pat was going to be in it. ICT was going to be in it. Everybody was going to be in it. It was going to be like the biggest event of the year. Here's a trick. Here's a trick if I want to grow my dwindling, if I was like a dwindling sort of, you know, presence, I would want people's communities to see my stream, so I would want them to appear on my stuff or appear in my socials, appear in whatever. It's called cross-pollinating. Joseph, you know what I'm saying? There's marketing tricks on how to grow a brand. What cup is coming? There were so many people that were going to join that tournament, and I got 4th place in 3 days because nobody joins it. There's like 20 people, I feel like, that entered this thing. I was like, there's no way I'm on the leaderboard after 3 trades. Turn a 10K account into 15K and I'm already on the leaderboard. The commission structure was about 40%. It was an absolute ripoff. Joel Robbins tacks on a normal commission and then an API fee and then a second fee that's all hidden fees. You pay about 40% commission when you trade micros. Paying about 25% commission when you're trading minis. Tracer Matt did an expose on the whole thing. He was like, this is completely stupid and I'm dropping out. And I got on the phone with him and he was telling me about it. I was like, yeah, this is really stupid. And I told him, I was like, I'll stay in it if you stay in it. And he's like, nah, I'm going to drop out. This is a waste of my time. And then I was like, all right, I'll drop out too. So then Matt and I both dropped out the same week. We're the last 2 people in it, but no one else joined it, and it was a complete waste of time. 10K account to 15K, and you can say you're the best trader in the world. That stuff is for gurus, man. That and the National Investing Championship and all that stuff. It's just for gurus to brag about something. Nobody enters that stuff seriously to win. You know, nobody from Goldman Sachs in that competition. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, if anybody wants to trade me, don't challenge me to a 5-cent lemonade stand competition. We'll trade the big monies. I could throw up $1 million start challenge. Somebody wants to play that. If people want to go that far, make it a big event. Let's do a big event. So I'm down with it. So when I won the BDH tournament, it was mentioned on Twitter, like to everybody that entered, 100K to the charity of your choice if you win. 100K to the charity of your choice if you win. 100K to the charity of choice if you win. All over. I can get Grok to produce dozens of those. I won and there was no 100K donated to the charity of my choice. Maybe it's an administrative error. Not calling anybody out for it. But I already went and won that online paper trading tournament once. People egging me on to go trade again. Pat was in that tournament too. So I don't necessarily trust you know, the terms there to fly out for it. So somebody said, have I ever been punched in the face before? Yeah. I've been in lots of fights in my life, like fights. I was a bad kid. I was like a skater punk. I've been in mosh pits. I've got elbowed in the nose and my nose got bloodied up at a Deicide concert. Good job. Okay, how many more people do you have left to go? 8? Okay, 2 more. I went to a Deicide concert. That's right. When I was like 15 years old. I was a bad mofo as a kiddo. I was in a metal band. I got jumped in high school one time at a party. And it turned into like a big old brawl, you know, little kid fight. I would say it was more of a pride thing than anything. It turned into like 2 of my friends against 3 other guys, and we're all kind of like rolling around the ground, so it got broke up. They were trying to steal my cigarettes. That's what they were trying to do. Of all things, right? I was probably like 16 years old. So I had them tucked into my shirt. I had a carton tucked into my shirt. And I was at this party because my friend and I were selling them at twice the price to our friends. You know, like, hey, we got a carton, you know, we'll sell it to you for twice the price. And then someone tried to steal it from me. Terrible people. Smoking at 16. I wasn't smoking. I was just providing, yeah, some friend. It wasn't my friend. No, it was somebody at the party that wanted to steal my stuff. Okay, Nate, congratulations. Yeah, so I've been in a couple fights as a kid. You saw Deicide and Camel Corpse back in the day? I've seen Camel Corpse a bunch. That's a good show. Used to sell cigarettes in high school too. I think everybody that had a friend that was 18 years old would like hook their friends up. What's the statute of limitations on that? Can I admit that without getting arrested? All right. That's been like 30 years. I did, yeah. I used to, like I said, because I was the kid that looked like a punk rock, and I showed up to one of those preppy parties, all the preppy kids. So my 2 friends that were with me, it just turned into like a brawl. We're all like rolling on the ground. I'm like squashing the cigarettes because they were tucked into my shirt. I didn't run like an enterprise or something. I just, every once in a while I'd have something and people like, he's got him, let's get him. Bridgie, 6521, that was like 15-year-old Matt, 16-year-old, 30 years ago. Sounds like a lot of fun, a bunch of sweaty dudes rolling around. Oh yeah, 100%. All right, I think that's 10. Okay, the 10 of you guys that have won, do me a favor. Head over to the Prop Score Discord. Here's the link is in the description here. It's also in the pinned tweets. Everybody join that Discord. It's going to be a huge public Discord. A bunch of streamers out there and a bunch of people out there have like paid Discords. There's no free one that's quality, I would say. Huge free Discord. We're behind it, so you can hang out with me, with Brad, with Neon. That's our new Discord. Rocket Scooter Discord is for learning our system and style. So we said, what brand were they? Marble Reds. That's what I had. And I smoked for like maybe 3 years, probably from age 13 to 16. And I never smoked again. Want to hear more about young Matt? I was like, okay, I'll tell you guys some stories about young Matt. Anyways, I'll tell you after you get to the claim. So Discord, everybody go to Discord. There's a YouTube channel. Post in there a screenshot of YouTube ID. Also go in there, take a screenshot of you following our Twitter. Talk to Slacks, our admin will hook you up with the accounts. 10 accounts, the brand new funded seats coming through. These accounts launched today, the Daily Pros. They're the only accounts, period, in the prop space right now that have no DLL, unfunded, on same day payout, 1 day payouts. So we said, hell yeah, real cigs. When I was a kid, that was what was considered cool. Lights were considered wussy cigarettes. Somebody said, was I in a gang? No, but I was in like a circle of like punk rock, heavy metal kids, and we just kind of clicked together. Well, it wasn't a gang though. So young Matt, right? I grew up with sort of like a mathematical intellect. I hate throwing this word around, but I was referred to as a child prodigy all my life. I had superior mathematical intellect at a young age. I was tutored by college students when I was 5 and 6 years old, learning algebra when other kids were learning how to count and how to add. I learned calculus in grade school as well, and I got all the way through school and breezed through high school like it was nothing. I was relearning everything I did. I was joining math tournaments, competitions. I was joining computer science competitions, science competitions. I lettered in high school, like first place at UIL, like 45 times. That like at school, the announcements were, always like, whatever competition. I was acting decathlon. I mean, I did everything. I competed in all the stuff. And then about like middle school, I started getting sort of like experimental with music. I got a guitar, started hanging out with kids that were in bands and stuff. And then, I grew up in Houston, started experimenting with drugs, and like any 12 or 13-year-old kid would be doing. I went to juvie one time. I was a bad kid for fighting. I was 14 years old, which is kind of funny because my math teachers were very, they were very concerned that I might not make it out in time to go to UIL day. So I had my math teacher call my probation officer as a kid and say, can he get out quick enough so that he can go to this math tournament? Yeah, only a couple years. I was experimenting with being a bad kid. And then about high school, I got my shit together and went back to being normal. I think I was just trying to be a badass as a kid. But yeah, I don't think anybody in planet Earth's history has their math teacher calling their probation officer. It really does sound like Good Will Hunting, doesn't it? The reality though. I skipped school a lot. I was in suspension a lot for skipping school. I got caught smoking at school one time. I got off the hook with that one because the principal and my dad knew each other. But I almost got arrested for that. So, but anyways, by about age 15, 16, I kind of straightened out and went back to being a normal kid. I played football as well in middle school. And so about that time is when I dropped out of doing athletics and I went back to just doing, you know, straight academics. In high school, I breezed through it, which was pretty much not a big deal. When I was 12, I took the SAT, by the way. I got a perfect score on the SAT at age 12. Took it again at age 17, perfect score a second time. So I was just like I would say like a bored experimental kid. In high school, I dated a girl who was the captain of the drill team. So I started hanging around with like, I guess, less freaky kids. They called us the freaks and the headbangers and skaters or whatever. So I started hanging out with like, you know, people that didn't have, you know, long purple mohawks and, you know, patches on their backpack. So I became like, overnight, I told my mom one day I was like trying to impress this girl and I told her to take me to Old Navy and I bought some surfer clothes. I started dressing like a normal kid again. But I never lost my my rock star attitude. And then I just kind of stayed like pretty much on path ever since then. How do you like them apples? You got suspended in high school for weed and made it back 2 days before graduation. If I suspended for 2 more days, you wouldn't have been able to walk. That's really funny. I skipped so much school in high school that to graduate, the principal said I had to make up the hours. To account for every hour that I skipped with unexcused absence, I had to go do so many hours of community service. So I graduated, but in the summer between when I graduated and went to school, I volunteered at the YMCA cleaning the gym for my community service, pretty much a janitor at the YMCA. To knock off those hours, I had to sign off for him for me to actually pass, to get credit after the fact of graduating, to account for all the hours I skipped my first couple years. So that was me waking up Monday through Friday in the mornings, cleaning the gym equipment to make up those skipped school hours. But I tried to be all right, kid. Then I went to college, chemical engineer, third in my class, went on to do great things. From jock nerd to millionaire. From jock to nerd. Well, yeah, well, I think what happened when I was in middle school, you know, my parents divorced. My dad and my mom weren't getting along. You know how kids go, you know, like I say, kids that are in that moment in time, your family structure gets broken up, your life gets thrown in the mix. You have a very active mind. It tends to affect kids, I think, a lot. I think that had a lot to do with it. I was like, you know, looking for a family, looking to fit in. And I found some kids that liked the same kind of music I did. And we all smoked and drank and did drugs and listened to heavy metal. And I was like, this is my peeps right here. So I jumped into it. And all those folks are fucking losers right now, did nothing with their lives, working at gas stations and shit. And I went on with my life and did, you know, normal stuff. My parents always... Like one of the guys that I went to school with has been in prison since high school for God knows what. But these kids didn't do so much with their lives, and I'm glad I didn't fall too far into it. But I like the fact that we all listen to the same kind of music. I was like straight up metalhead, death metal, and these kids were like that. And so I was like, okay, this is my new family. I think it's a psychological thing for kids. All right, guys, we got some more stuff. Oh my God, we have a whole different. ETF, Modify the Futures, Earn a Trade. We got a huge schedule still going on. Oh my God. Okay, we're giving away 6 funded seat accounts right here today at 6:15 Eastern. More funded seat. Oh my God. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You guys have been so awesome at supporting us over here. Prop Score, our loyalty program is about to come out. We're about to put all these other prop comparison site things in a scare because you guys, I did not think we'd be getting as big as we've been getting. This is crazy. Blowing my mind, you guys. $1,700 members of the Discord. We've been around for 4 days since the weekend. That's crazy. Let's keep the ball rolling. 250 people have joined in the last 24 hours. That's crazy. It blows my mind. I think for me, building something substantial for you guys to use is such a huge part of like what drives me in the space. I love building stuff. I mean, I've always built stuff. You know, I'm part of the gamma exposure wave of tools that exist, and being part of that on the forefront, doing the math and creating stuff for you guys to make your trading day easier, to make your trading information more useful, more relevant, more precise. It's so much fun to run a team of people who are all gifted at what they do and then build something substantial for you guys to use. It means a lot. I'm really glad you guys are supporting what it is we built and what we're doing. So people are, some of our mods are spamming some stuff about where to go. How much longer do you think markets can consolidate? It's pretty horrid. I would say that right now there is no bearish pressure I can see anywhere. Our resilience indicator on S&P is sort of taking a nosedive, but it's still balanced above 0. Nothing crazy yet, but I keep thinking like if it goes negative, there's potential for this to drop lower. And yeah, we're looking for that. But make sure going forward, you guys use code SCORE everywhere. I'm gonna update my stream to have it on there. Code SCORE will get you guys into our loyalty program, as we're gonna give away like Rocket Scooter memberships and lifetime memberships for using our code. T-shirts, hoodies. If we were to do swag, what kind of swag would you guys like to have? That's my first thought, is that we would have hoodies, t-shirts, jock straps, cock rings. I mean, like toe socks. You know, what are you guys into? Muscle tanks. There we go. Keychains. Rocket scooter themed Lambos. Okay, Wick socks. Contents. With the that they're shaped like a rocket. There you go. Diapers, butt plugs, sleeveless hoodies. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Like a sleeveless hoodie, it's like, what's the point? A hoodie is a jacket without. It's kind of like the hipster that would have a V-neck with a scarf. You're like, doesn't make any sense. It's like my neck is cold, but my chest is warm. Like what? Like what's going on with that? That's hilarious. Sleeveless hoodies. Merch site right now. Sir Darb building it up for us. All right, let him know. Everybody send Brad your cock ring and double-sided dildo designs to Brad. And you know, make sure you fill up his inbox. Bracelets, slinkies. That actually sleepy kind of cool. Hoodies to be good. A gag ring. How about a hoodless hoodie? A hoodless hoodie. That's great. That's like the joke. How do you draw a unicorn? You draw a horse, then you add a horn. Well, how do you draw a horse? Draw a unicorn, you erase the horn. Like, come on now. With the sides completely cut out the gym. Guys with hoodies without sleeves, like a real thing. Okay. Cut off shorts. Should we do tuxedo t-shirts? That always works. Jorts. Cut off shorts. There are dozens of us. Dozens of us. People that wear sweaters with shorts. I'm guilty of wearing shorts all the time in Houston, man. If it's cold outside, I'll still be wearing shorts with a freaking sweater or a jacket on. Fidget spinners, long sleeve muscle shirts. They're called a sweater. Exactly. Should give away a Lamborghini once a year. Oh my God. Keyboard, desk mat, hoodies, iPhone case, bumper stickers, ski mask, chains, and whips. Rocket scooter, ski mask. That way they know when you're robbing the liquor store, at least they know that you've got good trading skills to go with you. You're like, give me all your money. Hey, bro. Rocket scooter? Yeah, man, but give me your money. No, seriously though, man, I love Sir Darb's show. I know he's great, isn't it? He tucks me in every single night. Anyways, give me your money. All right, rocket scooter, gimp mask with the zipper over the mouth. Okay, we can do that. Guys, like I said, the sky's the limit where we get what kind of swag we do. I'm sure, you know, I can get a hold of, yeah, with Johnny, what's his face, and Paul Wall, and we can get some H-Town grills. Rocket scooter grills. All right, negative resilience and S&P starting to play out. Resilience is a flux indicator for the gap fill and of course half gap. If this does go negative, there is potential for us to trade a little bit lower from here. I don't think I'm going to do it, but you guys can do it if you want. All right, you guys, really appreciate you guys supporting and growing the stream. We've been growing so fast. We've gotten bigger every single week, and it makes me feel happy because we're putting in a lot of effort into just giving you guys what I like to think is just this overwhelming resource of information. You know, helpful tutorials on ways to trade, ways to learn props. Even with Prop Score, gives you guys a whole lot of information for Prop Score. It's really exciting. Oh shit, I gotta go. I ran out of time. We forgot to do our normal giveaways. Okay. We'll have to do it in Prop Score. Hey, if you guys do me a favor, I ran out of time. I owe you guys 4 trading accounts. ETF, MFF, Earn a Trade. Totally forgot to do it. Oh my God. If our Prop Score people can do them in Discord today, I would really appreciate that. A blow-up doll with Wi-Fi and LED lights. I'm gonna tell you guys, that's enough to end the stream on. But I'm gonna get my Microsoft Paint out and design one of these guys for you. Should give away a scooter with the Rock Scooter logo. That would be so cool, actually. And like have this little like 3D printed rocket engine that I tape on the back. That'd be kind of fun. I think market's going to consolidate. Dakota, I think for right now, the market has no real reason to move lower and has no real reason to move anywhere else. It's kind of stuck here, I think, until the next big news event comes out. That's why I'm not really putting a lot of effort into trading this. And since the market's open, it's pretty much just done this one little move and nothing else. S&P is only like a point above the open. It's taking it easy. Like I said, some days aren't really good momentum. I could have taken that long gamble out the door, but I decided to just chill. Can you use the platform, the Rock Cedar platform? Which one, Cam? Open mouth face mask. I'll be live on My Funded TV in a little bit. You guys join me over there. For lunch money with Matt. Okay, hold on. We need to do... I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay. So... I'm still talking to you guys, I know. Trying to log into some things here, and it's only me log in. Okay, so Ninja Trader Arena Cup coming up pretty soon. 100% in. Okay, what I got there, I got here. I'll be live on My Funded TV from 12:30 to 1:30. In the meantime, right now, they're going to have in the Prop Score Discord, they usually do like lunchtime giveaways and stuff. But chill over there. We'll see you guys in a little bit. And then, of course, hang tight because Neon will be streaming live in the afternoon. Of course, Brad this evening. And then we'll see you guys in a little bit.